In Pakistan, hundreds of people have joined a two-day march in protest at American drones. The US military believe they're an essential tool in its fight against militants, but to many Pakistanis, they're a violation of national sovereignty that fosters even more extremism.
A group of Americans have defied warnings over safety to travel to Pakistan and join a march protesting against US drone strikes. It's to start in Islamabad and end in South Waziristan, a tribal region bordering Afghanistan that's seen many attacks.
We are marching to Waziristan.
It's thought hundreds of drone strikes have killed thousands of people, many of them civilians. The US argues the strikes help win the war against Al-Qaeda. Activists disagree.
This is a culture that very much believes in revenge, and then they seek revenge by trying to kill Americans. So we are just perpetuating a cycle of violence.
The US gives little details of its drone operations. Researchers believe civilian men in particular have continued to be killed under the Obama administration. The Taliban has criticized the march, though. Reports speak of suicide bombings being planned. The march organizer, cricketer turned politician Imran Khan, has been threatened.
Pakistani cricket star turned politician Imran Khan has begun a two-day protest against US drone strikes. Khan and his supporters are calling for the US to stop targeting suspected militants in Pakistan's Northwest Territory.
If it's negative about it, it still doesn't mean that they haven't threatened this rally. They have not threatened the march. So as long as there's no threat, all they said was they won't provide security. But we were always going to get security from the people of Waziristan, who welcomed us. The tribes have welcomed us. There have been various talks with them over the past week. And all of the tribes, there are 4 tribes, the Masood, the Barki, the Wazir and the Bajani, all of them have welcomed us.
When we first got here, I said to the group of 32, raise your hands if your friends or relatives told you not to come. And everybody raised their hands because everybody's getting pressure from their families. It's too dangerous. They hate us here. So people are taking great risk to come here. And it shows the depth of conviction that we have to say that I don't want my government killing innocent people in my name, and I'm going to put my body on the line to try to stop it.
My parents were very worried about me, but I think it's really important to be in solidarity with the Pakistanis here. To come here, it's important because we need to show them that though a majority of Americans maybe advocate for drone warfare, not all Americans do, and I'm an American that opposes drone warfare.
I think that it is so critical that we be here, to stand with the people who live 24/7 under the threat at any moment of death by drones. We get these messages like it's a surgical strike and we're only getting bad guys. Well, if every male of military age, which would include my son, can be labeled a militant and thus killed, that means we have access, no judge, no jury, we are everything. We're judge, jury, executioner, and you can prove after you're dead that you're not a militant.
Pink Power has come to Pakistan. The anti-war group Code Pink protesting against the controversial U.S. drone strikes that have been targeting militants in the tribal region along the Afghan border. Washington and the Obama administration, of course, stepping up drone strikes over the past few years. But Code Pink says this is not a strategy that should be used by a democratic country like America. Code Pink says these drone strikes are killing too many civilians, and they're not scaring militants, according to Code Pink. They're creating more militants.
We are creating our own enemies, obviously, and this is one of the best tools for recruitment for the bad guys. Isn't that obvious? They are immoral, they are illegal, and against a national rule of law and the U.S. rule of law.
And it's making us hated around the world. They say 3 out of 4 Pakistanis thinks of the United States as our enemy. I don't want to be the enemy of these people. I want to be loved by the Pakistanis. I want to be loved by people around the world.
Code Pink says drone strikes are illegal assassinations in sovereign countries where the U.S. is not at war. This weekend, they're planning to march to the tribal region along the Afghan border. That's where most of these drone strikes are taking place. It's not clear if this group is going to make it all the way over there, a place many call one of the most dangerous regions in the world, but they say they're going to head there until someone gets in their way.